Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. Wildfire smoke continues to result in poor air quality from the upper Midwest into the Northeast. Multiple days of hot, dry, and windy conditions are expected to bring fire weather concerns for portions of the Four Corners region into the central Great Basin and Rockies. Heavy rainfall and flash flooding threats continue in the southeast. Severe thunderstorms continue across the northern plains. Close at home, high pressure centered over the region will set up hot and dry conditions through at least the end of the week. Temperatures are going to be near record highs. Rain chances remain near zero for most of the area through the week. Rain chances and thunderstorm development will improve slightly for the mountain areas later on this week. We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
This is Range Control with roadblock information for Tuesday, August 5th. Roadblocks are subject to change without notice. Highway 70, Highway 380, Highway 54, Owen Road, Nike Avenue, and War Highway are scheduled to remain open all day.
U.S. Representative Gabe Vasquez visited the Otero County Processing Center on July 30th to get insight how ICE is treating detainees using taxpayer funds. He claimed that ICE representatives were unwilling and unable to give him clear, straightforward answers to questions regarding the treatment of the detainees. He also said phones were broken, toilets did not flush, and they had an understaffed medical team. However, ICE has called those allegations false or overly exaggerated. Vasquez also claimed that 80% of the individuals detained in the facility have no criminal charges or convictions. ICE corrected those allegations, first stating that 40% of the detainees at the Otero Center have criminal convictions or pending charges, and all of them have broken federal immigration law. Regarding the toilets, ICE says all toilets are working and hinted that the congressman exaggerated that claim after a staffer found that one toilet did not flush as strongly as the rest. ICE did say that some of the phones in the dormitory were not working. However, technicians were there trying to work on the problem that day. The congressman was aware of this fact. Vasquez says he attempted to speak with a detainee and had to be reminded of the facility policy. So, breaking news. Politician lies. Film at 11. In the wake of a series of flash flooding incidents, Ruidoso is now faced with drinking water and sewer system issues, and they could get worse before they get better. In a recent update on progress being made, village leaders said they have crews working around the clock to restore services. Unfortunately, with each new flood, new challenges and problems have surfaced, along with the uncertainty of how to pay for needed repairs. Efforts are being made to secure funding from state to federal agencies. Residents have been asked to conserve water to protect critical water systems as the village continues to deal with repeated floods and debris flows. Potable water is available at Wingfield Park from 8 until 5. Bottled water is available at the parking lot of the Eastern New Mexico University Ruidoso branch. The Mescalero Apache Tribe announces that the opening of the Mescalero Veterans Park is just around the corner, but the park is currently closed to the public. There's still a few minor details that have to be finalized, so please refrain from entering the park until the grand opening. Alamogordo Public Schools open houses are happening today for middle school and high school. Tularosa Middle School scheduled pickup is happening today. And the first day of school for Alamogordo and Tularosa is tomorrow. That was a tad dramatic, don't you think? This Saturday will be the La Luz Ag Market.
Come see us this Saturday from 10:30 a.m. until we're sold out. Whether you're looking for immune-boosting elderberry, delicious local honey, or just want to visit all the adorable animals, we've got it all at the La Luz Agricultural Market.
Olivia speaking with Crazy Radio. The event is Saturday morning between the two pistachio farms. This Saturday will also be the adoption event of cats and dogs at the White Sands Mall.
Join us at the White Sands Mall Saturday, August 9 and 23 for our Kitty City adoption event.
It'll be hosted by Kitty City and Alamogordo Animal Control. Kathy Denton there speaking with Crazy Radio. The City of Alamogordo presents Fourth Friday with live music by Hear No Evil. The event is free on Friday, August 22nd from 7 until 11 at Washington Park. The Tularosa Kiwanis Club is sponsoring the 2025 Tularosa Christmas Parade, and they're needing support from local kids.
So right now, till August 25th, we are having a drawing contest for our Christmas banners. There will be a total of 3 banners that will be placed one of each entrance of the community, and their artwork will be placed upon this advertisement banner for our Christmas light parades that will be coming up. Children of all ages can go ahead and apply for it. All they have to do is put their drawing on a regular sheet of paper. They can drop it off at any time. They're at the Tularosa Police Department at their dispatch. And we are hoping to get our kids just involved. They're such a vital part of our community, and we want to showcase some of their work that they can do.
Chris Rupp speaking with Crazy Radio. If you have questions, call Chris, 575-430-1002. Animal Village NM is launching the Jewels of the Heart auction. We heard from Sonny Harris.
Ends Friday, August 8th at 5 p.m. Jewels of the Heart auction. Unbelievable bargains. And every winning bid supports life-saving surgeries that protect families and pets. Visit animalvillagenm.org to provide information for you and your friends about the auction and make a difference right now.
Animalvillagenm.org for details. Well, today is Tuesday. It's time for an introspection with Pastor Johnny Walker.
I'm still becoming. We spend half our thoughts on things that don't help us grow, on what they said, on what we should have done, on what we'll never get back, on fears that keep us up at night, and memories that won't let us rest. So what? That's not bitterness. That's not surrender. That's the sound of someone learning how to breathe again. Because maybe the mind isn't broken, it's just tired. Tired of carrying too much. Tired from trying to fix what was never ours to fix. Tired from pretending we're okay when we're not. But here's the grace in it. Even in the mess, we're still here. Still loving. Still hoping. Still reaching for something better. So what if half our thoughts are tangled in things we can't change? That means the other half is free. Free to imagine. Free to forgive. Free to build something beautiful from the ashes. We are not weak because we worry. We are not lost because we doubt. We are human. And being human means sometimes we sit in the dark before we find the light. So what? Let the thoughts come. Let them pass. Let them teach you. And then, when you're ready, stand up. Speak softly. Love fiercely. And keep walking. Because the story isn't over. And you are still becoming. So what? Y'all be blessed. Be a blessing. And we'll see you back here again next week. Take care.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Hi, it's me, here to tell you about AlamogordoTownNews.org. This is Otero County's #1 source for local news, sports, and community. Quite frankly, AlamogordoTownNews.org is the Big Lies news service online. AlamogordoTownNews.org is a Second Life Media affiliated company.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
A jury found Jeffrey Smiley of Clovis guilty of shooting and seriously injuring his young daughter in July 2023. Video from a doorbell camera shows Smiley shooting 12 rounds at his ex-wife's car. One shot struck his 7-year-old daughter. She survived after doctors in Lubbock treated her. Smiley learned his divorce was finalized that day, and he was not allowed to see his daughter, which may have led to that shooting. A jury convicted Smiley of child abuse resulting in great bodily harm, child abuse, felon in possession of a firearm, and shooting at a motor vehicle resulting in great bodily harm. Prosecutors charged 2 other suspects in this case. Jocelyn Smiley pled no contest to aiding a felon and received an 18-month sentence with all jail time conditionally discharged. Brandon Brooks pled guilty to the same charge and received 2.5 years of supervised probation in December, but court records show multiple probation violations since that time. He appeared in court on Thursday and agreed to conditions of release ahead of a hearing on September 11th. Chilling testimony was heard yesterday at a hearing for Jared White of Clovis. He was charged in the death of his 5-month-old baby.
And I was in the doorway and I had seen him holding JoJo and strangling him.
Investigators arrested White in July after his baby was found not breathing. They say White claimed he found the child in a tipped-over bouncer seat after leaving him there for around an hour, but investigators say they found strangulation marks on the baby. Police say when they searched the home, it was a mess. There were multiple smoking pipes lying around, animal feces covering every surface. A judge released White on bond, and he's under house arrest with an ankle monitor. He faces multiple charges, including child abuse. 60-year-old Paul Sandoval of Albuquerque was sentenced to prison yesterday for helping cover up the kidnapping and murder of a man from the Navajo Nation. The Department of Justice said Sandoval helped Antonio Chaco cover up the murder of Thomas Brown back in June 2020 by cleaning up blood in the car that was used to move Brown. Investigators say that Chaco assaulted Brown outside Chaco's trailer home and then rolled Brown into a square of carpet, brought him to a remote desert location. Once there, Chaco continued to attack Brown before leaving him without water, food, or shelter. Brown's decayed remains were discovered in July 2020. The Office of Medical Investigator determined that Brown's cause of death was homicidal violence, which included blunt force head trauma. Chaco pled guilty earlier this month to second-degree murder. He was sentenced to 17 years in prison, followed by 5 years of supervised release. Sandoval pled guilty to being an accessory after the fact to kidnapping and was sentenced to 199 days in prison. When he's released, he'll undergo 3 years of supervised release. He must also pay restitution to Brown's family. Artificial intelligence is a growing part of Land of Enchantment classrooms. A 2024 study found that students are using AI chatbots at least once a week. That same survey found at least 46% of teachers are also using AI chatbots. It's likely those numbers have ticked up just in the past year alone. That's why the New Mexico Public Education Department released guidelines on how local school districts should address AI. This includes suggestions on how to introduce AI to younger students, how to utilize it in real-world scenarios, and how to deal with AI plagiarism and cheating. Amanda DeBell is New Mexico's Deputy Public Education Secretary. She spoke with KOB.
We want students to integrate AI use in their writing, in their data analysis, in their research, but the expectation is that students are still creating their own products that they turn into their teacher or their instructor to be graded, just traditional classroom work.
PED leaders say they're already deploying an AI reading tutor called Amira into kindergarten classrooms, as well as first and second grade classrooms this year. That program permits teachers to monitor individual students' progress and develop specialized lesson plans tailored to the child's specific needs.
It gives both teachers the opportunity to think about how they can be more efficient with their time, and it gives students the opportunity to have personalized lessons that are especially for them.
PED leaders advise parents to ask teachers about how AI will be used in the classrooms.
Every summer, it happens, again and again. A parent steps away for just a minute, but that minute can turn deadly. On a hot day, the temperature inside a parked car can soar by 20 degrees in just 10 minutes. Even with the windows cracked, the heat builds fast, becoming a deadly trap for a child. Children's bodies heat up 3 to 5 times faster than adults. Heat stroke can begin when a child's body reaches 104 degrees. At 107 degrees, it can be fatal. Last year alone, 24 children died in the U.S. from being left in hot cars. Each one preventable. Never leave a child in a vehicle, not even for a minute. Look before you lock. This message is brought to you by the Alamogordo Fire Department and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Protect kids, prevent tragedy.
Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies. Mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 100. Low tonight of 73. High tomorrow, 99 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today. Mostly clear tonight with winds gusting up to 18 miles per hour. Mostly sunny tomorrow with winds gusting up to 18. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 79. Low tonight of 56. High tomorrow, 78 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org. And you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also check the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes this Tuesday edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.